guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'll be doing a story time while I get ready, but the question regarding beauty is, does eyeshadow come before foundation, before your whole face? So without further ado, let's get started. So this guy, I met him, I'd say, damn, how did I meet this guy actually? I met him while I was still working. Was it via a mutual friend? No, it wasn't. But he knew my now brother-in-law. At the time he wasn't my brother-in-law. He wasn't married to my sister, but I still considered him my brother-in-law because he was pretty consistent in my sister's life. But anyway, he knew my brother-in-law. I don't know why this for some reason makes sense regarding like how him and I met, but I've never heard or known about him. He lives in the same area that I live in, but I've never known or heard about him from anyone. But he knew my brother-in-law. So this sort of said to me that, he really is from this area, and perhaps he could be someone that I could see myself with long term, right? And he was pretty handsome. He is a pretty handsome guy. He's got a beard and stuff, quite tall, has a really good good body shape or size or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, he was a pretty a dope guy. Not dope, like what the hell is that word these days? But he was a pretty nice guy, even specifically judging from like okay, I actually did this really well. Specifically judging from like him being spontaneous regarding like what he chooses to do for me and stuff. Like, for example, he'd bring me breakfast in the mornings, Krispy Kreme donuts and coffee and stuff, but sometimes he would literally just disappear and I wouldn't know where he is. So let me actually just tell you this story. So this guy and I, so we're seeing each other. Our relationship was very short actually, because he then moved to Joburg, and yeah, we broke up and we fought a lot. So there was that as well. But anyway, he met my father. Yeah, so when we first met, he was very nice, like extremely nice, but like the niceness really didn't last, and like he was very unapologetic about it. Like on weekends he'd be gone, guys. Like his phone would be off on Friday, and even sometimes during the times when we would have to meet, like when we would have a, what do you call it, a kind of barraking commitment. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe if we had plans, like we're gonna do this and that, maybe go to the movies or whatever the case may be, Moto he's nowhere to be found. Like his phone would be off all weekend. Like obviously if you're with someone and their phone is off during the weekend when they're not at work, yes, there could be an emergency. Like for example, maybe they're stuck somewhere, and this was some of the things he would tell me. But now the thing is, even when his phone is back on, I would be the first one to get to him. Like I would send him an SMS to say, hi, please get back to me when you get this message, what. But Mutu, no. I would be the one to end up calling him maybe during the week, Monday afternoon or whatever the case is, and say, why has your phone been off all weekend? Like he never found the urgency to like call me and say, sorry, darling, I actually found your missed calls on your message. This is actually what happened. This is why I was gone all weekend and I wasn't being able to get to you, you know? No, he wouldn't do that, you know? But at the same time, like during the week, for some reason, it's like he always knew, like for example, when I'm PMSing and having cravings, Moto, like in the morning, he would rock up to my house with like Krispy Kreme donuts and coffee, and I'll just be like, oh my goodness, this is so sweet. Like, and he wouldn't even call me. Like my mom or Tateveni, our gardener, would just come to me and say, Laleng, I'm gonna cut this part off. Laleng, your boyfriend is outside, and they've got, well, they wouldn't say what they've got, like your boyfriend is outside, they're here to see you, which would be so cute. Like no one has ever done that for me, and those kind of surprises are amazing because it makes you obviously come across as thoughtful to me, which is something I really do appreciate in a partner. So that was amazing. But regardless, I mean, not allow, ignore red flags, you know. Yeah, you should 100% not ignore red flags. So let me know, like, if this is something that, like, how long, let me rather say, would you last with someone that does that? Like during the weekend sometimes they're gone, but like when they show up, they actually show up. Like how long do you think you would last with someone like that? But anyway, I actually wanted to tell you guys the story of when they when they what is it, took me to the airport when my parents, my family and I were going to Durban. So this guy, I'm not gonna say his job, what he does, because this might give away who he is, but yeah, he was working for a car company, that's all I'm going to say. And he never necessarily like earned much, if I can put it that way. I think he did tell me actually how much he earned, so he never really earned much. And obviously I'm not saying I necessarily expected a lot from him, but I obviously can't also accept less than what I'm receiving, if you understand what I mean, right? Like accept less than what I'm receiving from myself, more importantly, like things I can provide for myself. So I'm not saying you know, like I wasn't willing to grow with him or whatever the case may be. I mean, he had really good ideas in terms of like businesses he wants to start and all of that, but at the time I was earning more than him. I'm not saying now obviously this is something, you know, that is important in a relationship, like something also that you should bring up to your partner and say, yeah baby, you know what, but I'm earning more than you, and make them feel little or belittle them in that way or whatever the case may be. But I was earning more than him, do you know what I mean? So I think when our relationship started, and I had this at the back of my mind, I don't think I necessarily made him feel that way. Hopefully I didn't. Well, if I did, it wasn't intentional. But I was earning more than him, and this was at the back of my mind regarding like all the actions he was doing and like how he was acting all the times. But regardless of that, let me tell you the story. Let me get to the story. So we were going for holiday to Durban, and my parents said that they don't mind driving. It was in January. Don't mind driving to Durban, which is actually what we always do as a family. Like we drive from the Northwest KZN on family vacations. So luckily, I think this time my dad, though there wasn't going to be enough space necessarily for all of us. So my dad was like, he can pay for my plane ticket, and then I think my brother-in-law paid for my sister's plane ticket at the time, and we went much later. And now also the question was who was going to drop me off, because I think my sister wasn't at home. I can't remember where she had to be. So the question was who was going to drop me off at the airport, and he offered, right? So yeah, and then he also he also knew this other guy who was my late brother's friend and was around my late brother's age. So I also that's also why I allowed myself to date him and see myself with him, was because he knew my late brother's friend. And in my head, I'm genuinely feeling and thinking that because you are my late brother's friend, and also you who knows my late brother's friend, it means you wouldn't mistreat me. But anyway, let me tell you the story. So on this day, he's driving me to the airport, and he decides, okay, we can go with my late brother's friend as well as my late brother's friend's girlfriend. So Shapo, we're on our way to the airport. And then before we get to the airport, my darling, ask me where we go. We went to his friend's place, which is, to be honest, not even necessarily, he said it's close to the airport. It wasn't close to the airport. 100% not close to the airport. So why are we going to your friend's place? Why can't you take me to the airport? And like, I don't know. It was actually even my first time at the airport. So, and I know, like, before you bought the plane, guys, this is in 2018, 17, 18. I am 20. 23, 24. I'm 23, 24. Was it 2018? No, I'm lying. 2019. Or 2019, 2020. So I'm 25, 26. 25, 26. It's my first time boarding the plane. This guy decides to take us to his friend's house. And I mean, yes, it was his own petrol, it was his car, it's something that he had offered. Like, it's not like my parents asked him to do it for me. It was sort of a favor. I mean, but also like, I'm dating you, and I would have personally appreciated it if you didn't bring my late brother's friend and his girlfriend, because the girlfriend had left. She had to go somewhere in Joburg. I think she's going home actually. But regardless, like, I would have liked it if we went to the airport, knowing this is my first time at the airport, that you and I actually at least go to the airport and then you show me a bit of a good time, you know, because I heard that at the airport there's more to do than just, you know, book a plane ticket and board the plane, the aeroplane. Like, you can actually also, what is it, do stuff. So I would have liked that. I would have genuinely liked that. But instead we went to his friend's place. When we get there, the friend is busy, what is it? Oh, I hope I blended nicely. Well, in the mirror it looks proper, but like on camera not really. And I think I've heard a lot, but anyway. Like, I would have liked it if you had, what is it? Gone with me taken me to the airport, and like, show me a good time, baby. You know? But no, this guy, decided otherwise, guys. My heart is so sore. Like, this was my first time at the airport, and I've heard, like I said, that there's more to do than just actually, I think it's with every, okay, well, obviously, unless it's spontaneous, you have to buy your ticket. I know in American movies, like, you get your ticket at the airport now, but in SA, I don't know if in SA you can also get your ticket at the airport. You get your ticket at the airport and then you board. You don't buy it like beforehand. I don't know any of that, but at the time I just knew like I just knew that, yeah, in SA we buy tickets online because that's what we did. So I already had my ticket and we were much earlier than the time the plane was going to take off. So, and my sister and my brother-in-law hadn't arrived yet at the airport. So why not take me to the airport? And like I said, show me a good time, guys. Like, was I expecting too much at the time? Like, I'm actually gonna do this look again. Should I? No, I think I'm gonna go with pink. Just a nice pink eye, pink lip. Really cute. Yeah, so guys, please let me know if I expected a bit too much from him, regarding like expecting him to at least show me the airport. And he knew it's my first time. Like, he could have thought to himself, oh, but let me actually take them to the airport. Do you know what I mean? But like, none of that happened. Like, was I expecting a lot? Like, guys, please comment down below and let me know if I was. But yeah, I think that's the last person I recall being with seriously, because like I said, he was the first guy to meet my parents just before just after like high school, like when I was like 23, 24. So yeah, that's the story, guys. So you will let me know. This is actually a really long video, and like, I've only done eyeshadow. Yo, which pink should I call it? I'm gonna go with this loud one. Go with this one. So guys, yeah, please let me know what you think, and like whether or not I was being a bit like expecting a bit too much from him. Please let me know. But for me personally, I feel like I wasn't, and I've till today, I've never been to the airport still, and I still want to be able to like go and shop, and like, you know, before boarding the plane. Hopefully I'll be able to do that soon. and be able to afford to do that soon. But like I would like to board the plane and like also, you know, understand that there's much more to do at the airport, and like have a good time, honey. So, and anyway, at his friend's place, like I'm not gonna say it was boring, but like me and my late brother's friend's girlfriend, we weren't necessarily even enjoying ourselves. Do you understand what I mean? Like, because these people were playing Xbox and like, did we get drinks? Yeah, I think we were offered drinks though, to be fair. But like we weren't doing anything. We were watching these people play football or watching football, but something to do with football, you know. But maybe perhaps because we went there with my what is it? Maybe because we went there with my brother-in-law's friends and girlfriend, that he thought it wasn't a good idea. And like I said, the entire trip was because of him. So perhaps the decision to go to his friend's place and wait for my plane was fair. But like now I'm just saying, like, I don't know, as your girlfriend, you should have probably thought to yourself, let me take my baby to the airport and go shopping and whatnot. But regardless, that's what a girl would have wanted for sure. Like, please let me know if that is also what you would have wanted, if we're being honest, like I said. But anyway, guys, we move, I guess. But please let me know what you think. So, yeah. Guys, that's my story time. But I was actually telling you more about our relationship. Which could kind of be considered, look at the camera, which could kind of be considered childish and immature, but whatever. So, this guy was also being extremely friendly to an ex of his, this baby that wasn't his. Guys, there was a lot going on in this relationship. But yeah. I mean, every relationship can't be perfect, right? But now, and I guess I should also be appreciative of the fact that he was honest about it. Like, he told me about it, you know. It would have actually been so much worse if it would have been so much worse if like he wouldn't even tell me about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if he wasn't honest about it. Yo, can this please go onto my skin, child? Yo, I need makeup, guys. So my makeup is running out, my foundation is running out, my concealer is running out. Should I be using a blender? You know, also guys, I feel like, please also comment down below whether you think I should apply my foundation with a blender or a brush, because I feel like when I do it with a blender, the blender really takes a lot of the product. It really soaks in a lot of the product, and sometimes it really doesn't look like I've got enough makeup on, if you know what I mean. So please let me know whether or not you feel I should apply with either a blender or, what's the other thing? With either a blender or a brush. Please let me know. But force of habit, I always use a blender. I always use a blender. But yeah, guys, this was my relationship with this person. And I definitely feel like I should have I don't know. Thought about the repercussions of being with him. But like, yeah, you guys, please let me know whether or not I wasn't being thoughtful, or like whether I was being insensitive rather, regarding like how he was in that situation. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, yeah, he was also being supportive towards an ex of his son. Oh, child. Was it son or daughter? I can't remember, but child. So also with that, I was just a bit like, are you still seeing her? Like, and the child wasn't his, guys. Like, that's what he told me, that the child wasn't his. He's just being extremely nice. So I don't know if like maybe I was also being a bit like paranoid, or like a bit I don't know, like I can't even think of like not an excuse for myself, but like a reason to accept it. Like currently I can't think of reason to accept that kind of behavior. Like, you're with someone, right? This person is supporting you. Let me look at him. You're with someone, right? This person is supporting their ex's child that is not theirs. Like, would you accept that? Like, does that make any sense? Would you accept it? Because obviously, like, as a girlfriend, and now like I said to you, this was someone that would disappear on weekends. So where's your train of thought going? Like, you're obviously gonna think, he's probably with who? The ex, is it not? Like, because first of all, why are you supporting a child that's not yours? Like, I understand you're extremely friendly. I completely understand that. And like, that's actually one of the good traits. Like I said, he's very thoughtful. He's very, very thoughtful. But first of all, you're keeping in contact with your ex, which is fine. Like, I'm personally not a girlfriend that is a bit like fussy with that. Like, yeah, you can still keep in contact with your ex. I don't necessarily think it's disrespectful. I know a lot of people, or rather like, yeah, some people, which I think actually I should start developing. I should actually start being so, not uptight, but like understanding that it doesn't make sense for a person of mine to still keep in contact with their ex, like any kind of ex. Like, I should actually understand that. I feel like even if they have a child together, like, for them to decide to move on, they still shouldn't keep in contact with their ex. Like, you know, I don't know, guys. Please let me know. Please let me know. I actually now feel like even if someone you're with has a child with someone else, they shouldn't keep in contact with them. Personally, because I know a lot of the time people will say, but the child needs their parent in their life and whatnot. But for me, I feel like if you guys broke up because like the relationship wasn't healthy or whatever the case may be, which is actually a lot of the time, like, I would say a couple breaks up when even when the child is involved. A couple breaks up because the relationship isn't healthy, and like one partner felt like this relationship wasn't effective, or like something that they wanted to pursue anymore. You know, like they didn't want to be with the person anymore. And even if the child is still in the picture, I don't think I would accept now. I think I've grown up enough to actually make this decision. Like, I wouldn't be with someone that keeps in contact with their ex, even if they have a child with them. I wouldn't be with someone that keeps in contact with their ex. But now also the thing is, guys are so tricky, guys. They'll tell you, no, their ex is like their sister or family member, whatever the case is. But I wouldn't be with someone that keeps in contact with their ex or their child. Even if they tell me, no, it's for the benefit of the child, they need to protect, they need to provide for the child and whatnot. No, like, no, don't provide for the child if that is what is making you guys like still keep in contact. No, because guys, like, if an ex is still in contact with, if your person is still in contact with their ex, I feel like there are still feelings there, and then like, or like they're actually disrespectful towards you for not respecting your relationship with them. Am I lying? I feel like they should respect your relationship with them and not keep in contact with their ex. Guys, am I making sense? I don't know. But that's just what I think personally. It's actually supposed to be on my edges. But this is something I personally believe. Like, why are you keeping in contact with your ex? So guys, that was another thing that I had to deal with. Like, I just didn't necessarily know how to navigate that. And I mean, with everyone, you can't force someone not to be with their partner. I mean, not to be with their partner, but not to keep in contact with someone they want to speak to. Like, that's just something you need to accept. So I genuinely don't think like I was wrong for leaving that, for not being in that relationship anymore. And like, but yeah, guys, the question is regarding the airport situation, though I feel like I've told you guys a lot of information like regarding our relationship, but the question is for the airport situation. Like, should I have accepted the fact that he wanted us to go to his friend's place? And this was also last minute. Like, this was something that, and also with the my late brother's friend, as well as can I give on the girlfriend getting a lift to Joburg. It was a last minute thing. But regardless of that, what I'm saying is, what I'm asking is, like, the airport thing, did it make sense? Like, should I have allowed myself, should I have accepted one of the things I should have accepted regarding him, like, deciding that we go wait for the airplane at his friend's place? Should I have accepted that? Would you accept that? And also, it's not something that he discussed with me beforehand. It's something that he decided on last minute. Lorna. It was a last minute decision. That was also the other thing. Should it have been something I should have accepted? Please let me know. But anyway, yeah, is that something you would accept? Is that something you would accept? I've seen a lot, guys. And also the thing is, would you expect such behavior from someone that has met your father? That's the worst thing for me, to be honest, is that he saw all of this as something that's okay for him to do, even though he met my father. Yo, now we're shocked, guys. Yo, man. Which lipstick? I'm gonna go with, see which one. Okay, this one gives a bit of a, definitely this one. I'm gonna put that in first. In this life, or like where I am right now, it's not something I'm willing to accept at this age. I'm sorry. Like, guys, I've been through so much that it's hard for me to even, like, of course I suffer well. Like, I don't necessarily suffer well being with someone. I suffer well being treated well. Yo, I suffer well flowers on Valentine's Day, thoughtful date, dinner date. I suffer well that kind of treatment, guys. Like when Valentine's Day came up, like I was suffer willing the Guess perfume that I saw at Fushini. I was suffer willing sushi date at Ocean Basket, that kind of thing. But I don't necessarily suffer well to at least to say to people I have a boyfriend. No, I don't suffer well to say Mang Mang is my boyfriend, or like, you know, no, I don't suffer well that kind of treatment. I don't suffer well that kind of treatment. But guys, this is my finished look. Yeah, I need to put earrings on. But yeah, this is my finished look, guys. I'm so disappointed with my hair because like I literally took my perm rods out on Tuesday. It's only Friday today, literally 2 days later, and my curls are not popping. Like, what do you mean, guys? I used to be able to do my hair so properly, even with perm rods. Like, I don't understand where are the curls? Where are the curls? Guys, like, and do you know how painful it is to sleep with perm rods? Do you understand the pain that I went through? But I got... yeah. It's lagging. But yeah, guys, this is my finished look. This is probably definitely going to be my thumbnail. Actually, let me put my hands up me. But yeah, guys, so eyeshadow or full face first. I would definitely say go with the eyeshadow first, especially if it's something that is vibrant and bright, like a pink or a yellow, or like or a blue or green, you know. Definitely go with something, definitely go with your eyeshadow first. Why? Because those colors, obviously when they fall onto your face, then you're able to remove them and you won't have any more residue of eyeshadow, like maybe on your cheekbones or whatever the case may be. And it just gives a more of a finished look, a finished looking look for me. But if you're going with just like an everyday look, definitely go with your face first, especially if you just want to put makeup on very quickly, like I said, everyday look, maybe for work or whatever the case may be. So definitely go with the face first so you can cover a lot of area, and then you just put on eyeshadow. It could be even just brown eyeshadow, and you're done. So guys, that's Glaxiology for today. Glaxiology 101 for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment down below whether or not you would accept a situation like that, and whether or not you agree with me on whether or not should be eyeshadow or full face first regarding glam, or yeah, whatever your take is on it. So yeah, guys, see you later. Bye.